Hi, Stacy. Hi,
Hey,
Chaos
Drew.
Community. I think we have Chaos Community here.
I don't know.
It's Harmony. Hey,
Yeah,
Harmony.
yeah, it's happening. My Zoom glitches sometimes. I don't know why.
Okay.
And
Mine,
the account,
mine sometimes says OpenSSF operations, so I understand your struggle completely.
yeah, thank you so much for understanding.
Looks like Yesenia just said that she's running a couple minutes late for this meeting, so I think she'll be here soon. Oh, and looks like Marcella's just joining. Hey, Marcella,
Hello.
how are you doing?
That's the question everyone's asking me these days. I'm doing okay this morning. Um, so yeah, I don't have much on the agenda to be honest. I
Yep.
know we have an office hours coming up this week, and Ichiro's blog post went out, so congrats on that.
Hi, Stella. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, it's a very good post. So I'm excited to see the third piece. Do you want to talk a little bit about what the third part is going to cover?
Okay, I think before I talk about it, I should drop the link so we can follow up easily. Give me a second.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so there's the link, and I think like this third part of the blog post talks more about how to like deepen your knowledge on the Linux Foundation, so it will help you contribute better to open source projects in the foundation. So there are some courses that are there encouraged to be taken, and so that you deepen your knowledge and be able to contribute better in the space. That's what's like just a summary of what this third blog post has in store when coming up. You can like go through it a little bit to see.
Yeah, I think it was originally part of your second blog, but then it felt like
Yeah.
it was a little bit long, right? So we decided to make it its own.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you for sharing the link again too. And so I imagine you're going to kind of list a few different courses that you may recommend or that cover different areas. Kind of like you did with the OpenSSF working groups, or kind of like a mix of both, the first and the second one.
Okay, so I didn't get what you said. Can you repeat what you said, please? Get you.
Yes. Yeah. What I was asking, excuse me, what I was asking was simply like what, and you already covered this a little bit, what the format is going to be of the blog post. So are you going to be covering mostly just like different courses that you recommend, or are you going to provide kind of coursework guidelines like you did in the second blog post for code
Okay.
contributions?
Okay, so there are different sections. Yeah, it's already open there by Stacy. Thank you. So there are different sections. There are courses for general contributions, which for the OpenSSF, which has to do with the LFC 105 course that talks about the antitrust law and OpenSSF project management and participation, and the other one there too. And for developers and engineers, they could take the LFD 121, that's the developing secure software, and the other one there. And for maybe policy and compliance contributors, they will take that LFEL 1001. And just like that, there are specific courses for whichever suits you best. So if you are doing general contributions and not the code-based contributions, you could go for any other. But if your contribution is going to be based on development or code-based, you definitely have to go with that LFD 121 and that LFEL 1006. Yeah. So that's how it works. I don't know if that answers your question.
It does, yes. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for walking through that. I think that's great. I also wonder if we could, well, there used to be this list that we had about open source personas that came out of a working group or out of a project that's not really active right now, but that set of personas was very useful because it aligns very well with what you already have, but they had a few like more detailed ones too. So I think that'd be good.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, in general, to be honest,
Yeah.
even the like the things that you have for like inclusive like under that area, I might move under kind of for all contributors, right? I think it's important for all contributors to have this background um around that. That'd be maybe just one suggestion. I don't want to give some readers the impression that like inclusivity is only for some people and not for everyone to
Okay.
understand and like embody, right? So um yeah. But no, I really like this. So thank you so much for all the work that you've been doing because I didn't know we even had some of these courses. Um so yeah, I definitely just learned something here too. Yeah. Do you have any sort of questions or concerns?
Okay. I don't think I have concerns, but you were mentioning something that has more details. Do you think that there should be more details added to this already resource we have here? And if there is, do you have any like link you sent to me so I'd get more details to add?
Um, is that based on a comment that I left? Let me see. No,
Oh, I think that
I
was
think the
from the other one. I think
mhm.
this was, yeah, I think we can close this out because I think this is what you had suggested when it was still included in the second blog post, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, this
we
July
got
4th
it. Yes,
comment.
that was
Yeah, thank you.
I'll just
Um,
close that.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's I think the level of detail that's in here is great. And even the fact that you have the links to the courses is extremely helpful. Um, so I wouldn't add too much more. Okay, yeah. And the other piece that I see is already in here is the fact that these courses are free. Um, maybe just to give some extra, actually, yeah, no. Maybe one extra detail I might give for each course is like how long it's expected to take. And I think each course will say
Yeah,
this takes 3 hours, this takes like 50 minutes, right? Those kinds of things.
I can help out with that because I think when you click into them, like I know the CRA one says it right in the
mhm,
description, but the other
yeah.
ones I think you have to click into in order for, but I'm happy to add that in there.
Yeah. Just so that readers don't get the sense that this is going to be like a really long time commitment, but rather,
Right.
right, like this is something that you can do like hopefully in an evening if that's the only time you have.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, so we should just add the duration of each of these courses so they will get an idea of how long they are going to have to commit to taking these courses in terms of getting to, okay, I think Harmony wants to say something.
So I just wanted to add to what Marcella has already said, right? So I think we could have like a little bit of disclaimer, just like she said, to note that all the courses provided here are free somewhere. I don't know if it's already there, but I think that would work. Maybe under the title for all contributors, right? And then for the time we spoke about, could even be in brackets beside the title of each of the courses. Okay, I've seen it. But we could just bold it out. Yeah, perfect. To just give it like more attention. Most people just skim through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
thank
great
you. Thank you.
suggestion. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was
And
talking and I
then
was
and then and then we can use these short free courses. Short free courses.
okay. That's what
Yeah.
I was saying while I was muted. So I would make these edits eventually, like after the call. I would add that they are short and maybe be more specific and add the duration it's going to take for somebody to be done with the courses. So yeah, I'll do that. Thank you for your suggestions. And Stacey, I'm going to look at all the comments you're dropping in.
Yeah, thank you
Sounds good.
for again just all this work. It's a lot. So
It is, and it's really, really useful. It's really
yeah.
awesome.
Have we done a Slack blast for comments and reviews on this yet?
Not for
Not on the
this
third
one.
part.
Yeah. So we can definitely do
Uh,
that.
okay. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah,
I
I
know the
think part
blast
two
just came
just
out
came
of
out.
info.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Ed, you said part 2 just came out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think just yesterday. So
Nice.
yeah, I guess is there a specific target date for the publication of part 3?
Okay, I am not sure. So we could work. Today's 23rd. So maybe we could work maybe the first or second week of October. Is that too short?
I don't think so.
Okay, I think we could try to work out something. When I'm done with the corrections and recommendations, I would let everyone know. We could talk about it on our next call and
Okay.
review it on the next call to see what next.
Yeah, that's definitely fine. Thank you. Anything else on the blog post before we move on to
Is there a
my
part 4? Keep it going.
I don't think there's a part 4 planned. I guess part 4 could be about mentorship, like a mentorship program.
Oh, good call.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I have a pending blog post for that. In fact, let me add this to my to-do list before it escapes my brain again.
Let's find my to-do list.
Because lately, if it's not on my list, it's just not in my brain. So, yeah. Okay, so I think that'll be We'll be fine. Okay. Um, let me take notes 1 sec.
Yeah, and I was going to do a promotional post on our general channel for the upcoming office hours on Thursday. And then just ping, I think, Brant, Chris, and Puerto, just to make sure that they're all good still for that meeting.
Great, thank you. And this is the how to manage an open source project, right?
Correct.
Nice. Thank you so much for finding all of those speakers for like the next 2 or 3. 'Cause
100%.
that's
Yeah, for
honestly
sure.
what's been a bit of a bottleneck for us. Is getting all the speakers lined up in time. So you said it's Brant, Keller,
Mhm. Chris de Almeida
Marco.
and Puerto. Yeah.
I don't know if I got his name right.
Oh, I
Um,
haven't even looked at the notes yet.
all good. You're fine. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Who will be moderating? I think I actually have a conflict this week, which is really unfortunate.
I should be able to moderate technically off that day, but I don't have to leave until 1. So
Yeah, maybe we can see if since Jay is not here, I'm going to volunteer him. um,
That's what happens when you don't attend. All
yeah,
action items get assigned to you, right?
yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know if he's available. But we could maybe ask if he's available to moderate this one. Do we have a set of questions for this?
I don't think
Not,
so.
not that I'm aware of. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
We should probably put the a- office hours agenda and our questions at the top of our meeting notes. We have like prior years and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah, like the link you mean?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
always have to go looking for it.
Me too. Okay, I'm adding this right now. Hours questions.
I have the schedule.
Thank you. I was gonna say for adding one, we can add the. Nice. Yeah, so oh, no, this is the wrong doc. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Maybe we can brainstorm a few questions that we'd want to ask um, these project maintainers. So
Guess it's like, how do you get started would be my first question.
yeah, how do you get started as a project maintainer? Project maintainer or project, yeah, I'll just have that. But then also difference between because I think project managers and project maintainers probably share some roles, but or some tasks, but not everything. So and you're a PM, right, Ksenia?
Mhm. By
Or
title. Yeah, I'm a PM by title.
oh, okay, by title, but not by like day to day.
I do everything. Is it a good question to kind of talk about how to set up your GitHub repos and like a good GitHub strategy? I mean, I know that like CNCF has a lot of the tag contributor strategy, and there's a lot of like templates that people can use, but is that worth kind of chatting about here as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
I like that.
Honestly, I feel
Contributor
like these. Go ahead.
how do you get contributor engagement? Like, how do you grow your project to get more people?
I think Harmony, you also had a
Yeah.
suggestion.
Yeah, I wanted to say, like, how do you create a balance using various documentation?
A
Using
balance between. Go ahead.
using
Sorry.
various documentation, either in your repository or other forms. Other means on site.
Okay. Thank you.
And then the last question that popped in my head was around security. Like, how do they handle day-to-day security like issues and incidents?
Yeah.
Because that's a challenge in itself. Words of wisdom for future project owners.
Yeah. This one that just came to my mind is, our project maintainers actually worrying about the same things that the tool builders are. Um, nice. I'm pretty bummed I'm going to miss this discussion. Yeah. Anything else? These are all really good questions.
It's gonna be recorded.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm honestly pretty bad at following up with the recording.
should.
The only other one, but I know we already have like tons of questions, were like the different roles that are beneficial for a project maintainer, like the different types of contributions that help them and like how it helps them and why.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this pretty high up.
Just going on the fact to people that you don't have to write software.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that also touches on the question about balancing different documentation and different sort of ways to communicate about what's needed. Um, sorry, my brain jumped. Types of contributions that so hopefully this captures that.
Stacey, do we already have a thread with them? Or if you have a thread with them?
I don't think I do. I just spoke with them all individually. So yeah, we could
Okay.
start that with.
Just to send them the questions so they have it ahead of
Yep.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the doc here. Oh wait, that looks like an old doc. Marcella, would you mind just copying that doc for me so I can make sure
The
I have
questions,
the questions.
Questions are all the way at
I
the
have it.
bottom of it.
Oh, okay, I see it. Got it. Okay. I do have the right doc then.
yeah. Here, I'll also post them in the chat.
Very good.
There we go. So, oh, oops, didn't do what I thought. Okay. So yeah. Do start with actually probably have an action item section, or we took that out. That's fine. Is like a LinkedIn post something that OpenSSF could assist with, or
Yep, for sure.
thank you. And then we'll
Now I have the power.
share. Yes. Yeah. I think ours were fine, but I don't know how many people we managed to reach.
Yeah, I feel like when OpenSSF does it, we reach more. They just have a
Yeah.
bigger community.
All right. I'll add that to my list, no problem. And I believe I can do that on behalf of OpenSSF, so I'll just get it done, like right now.
Oh, nice. Here, I'm just removing to do list. Oh, thank you for fixing this name. Okay. Any other business at this point? This is all I had.
Any CFPs coming up? Like I asked
Yes. Yeah, let me look. There's a couple that are pressing. One of them is the Great Indian Developer Summit. If anyone is in India, I think that one's coming up on the 30th of this month. And then on the 29th, it looks like, again, this is a European one. But the 29th of this month is the Mobile World Congress. I know that that is a huge conference that takes place in Europe. I can drop links into docs and such. And then what else do we have coming up? I think KubeCon is open now. That one is, I think, through October 12th. And then Open Source Security Con EU, we're going to be hosting that as a COLO event for KubeCon as well. And that one's going to be, I think that one closes November 2nd. So we should have plenty of time, but nice to put things on radars. And then
Yeah.
FOSDEM is actually open right now as well. So they just opened up their CFP.
Nice. When's that one? I guess next year.
So FOSDEM takes place at the end of January, beginning of February. So it's like the 31st of January through the 1st of February. And I think
Okay.
the dev room talks are like they close October 12th, and then the main track submissions close November 16th.
US or
That is all in Brussels, Europe.
Yeah, I think FOSDEM is in Europe.
Hmm.
Brussels. And I think at some point we had talked about either Oscar Fest or I'm blanking on the other name right now. Searching.
There was one more. Yeah, I
Oscar
remember.
Fest or Cyberfest.
Yeah, we spoke about Oscar Fest and the cybersecurity conference that is held in Nigeria. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. I was
Oh,
thinking about the 2026 one, and when the
yeah,
call
sure.
for talks opens, but I couldn't find the.
So usually for Oscar Fest, it opens between June, July for talks.
Okay.
That
August.
depends on the month, yeah. So if they're sticking to August for next year, it's usually 2 months ahead. So if they're doing it earlier, it's also 2 months ahead. But basically,
Got
me
it.
and Nigeria will keep an eye and communicate when we hear
Awesome.
something or see something.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
And okay, and for the cybersecurity event, I think it happens earlier because it has already happened the time we're having a conversation about it. So I could reach out to know what the plans are and how it's going to work for the coming one of 2026. How does that work?
Okay. Yeah, that would be great. The conversation's already starting, then we should definitely start planning for submissions here too. And those always both take place in Lagos?
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Okay. Cool. Need to add this to the notes.
So I actually wanted to ask if these are conferences that we should look out for, or we should also check towards other conferences that are happening within the continent, like Africa.
If you know of others, definitely we'd like to add them to our list because I think OpenSSF is trying to compile a long list of cybersecurity and open source conferences around the world, so that we can make everyone aware of submissions and kind of presentation opportunities and those kinds of things. So we should not feel limited to the ones that we have already.
I will send in a list to add it to my charts for the week. I'll send in a list before our next meeting.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. That would be great. Because yeah, if you know of others around the continent, like you said, then that's great. Yeah, and I'm seeing the 2025 Cyberfest was in May, so we can probably I'll just put that in there. And probably plan for that too. Okay. Any other business? Right.
Not top of mind.
Yeah, same for me. Maybe one question I have for Stacy, because I think Kate was asking about mentorship funds for next year. I don't know if you have any visibility into the sort of budget discussions where mentorship would or wouldn't be added in there.
Yeah, I think Kate was going to talk with Adrian. I think it's already been brought up to the higher folks to consider this, but as a whole deal for next year instead of I
Yeah.
think they're working on it. I don't have the details.
Oh, that's
But
okay.
I think they're already talking about it and trying to plan for it as like one big budget for next year.
That's great. Yeah. I only wanted to ask in case we needed to start planning like another like funding request.
Yeah, right. No, I don't think you do at the moment. I think it's going to be part of the bigger budget plan for next year and not an
Great.
individual kind of one-off.
So
Sorry, I
we
wasn't
might just
making
need
much
to
sense there.
Very good. We might need to just start finding projects. I mean, it depends on their
Mhm.
budget. These be like, okay, for spring, summer, and fall, we have like a few in mind
Mhm.
to do a couple. Do we have a date when we'll probably be able to hear back on if they do or don't?
On the budget,
Yeah.
I'm not sure when that budget approval process happens. I think it might be in October, but I could be completely wrong. So I'll check on that. We can get back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to make moves until we know yay or nay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but that's a good suggestion though, that we start looking for mentors because I think they would have liked some more time to plan and prepare this summer. All right then. Any other topics before we give everyone 20 or so minutes back?
None on my end.
Cool. then yeah, at this point, I guess everyone gets 18 minutes back, which is just nice. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining today. We got a lot done, and I'm excited for. I'm starting to get excited for next year already, to be honest. So, yeah, I think we have a lot of really good things going on. So I think between now and in 2 weeks, we can hopefully give Ijiro some feedback on part 3 of the blog post series. And yeah, we'll do what we can to promote this week's office hours.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good rest of your week.
You too. Bye-bye.